What was the first thing you did when you got off tour?
When I got surgery.
Did you?
Yes, I love surgery.
I love surgery. I love surgery.
What did you get done?
I got my titties redone for the 4th time.
Really?
I got my lipo for the 2nd time. I wanted to remove a rib, but they wouldn't let me.
Summer.
Because I had an album video and all this press stuff.
And you have the tiniest waist though, but not to you, right?
I was going to
What are you doing all that?
Look, I'm like, I might need a number because I think I want to.
Doesn't that scare you a little bit?
Yeah, but hey, hey, you are funny, man.
I love her.
I'm about to go to no damn gym. That shit is tired. That shit is draining. I be hungry. I be hurting. I'm about to go to no damn gym. Everybody want quick results, like microwaves, like microwave generation. Even in January, I had worked out 2 months straight. I was very proud of myself because of the dedication and the discipline. But did I enjoy it? Hell no. I never got to enjoy that.
Anything worth having is worth fighting for.
Anything worth having, I get it. It sounds cute and all,
No.
but that hurts.
It's
It
supposed
hurts, and I don't enjoy it. No matter what type of music I put on, whatever, I be struggling.
You're supposed to struggle.
Yeah, I would much rather struggle in other things than purposely putting myself up to struggle.
No.
Life is going to bring a struggle. Why would I want to dedicate a struggle at 8 o'clock in the morning at the gym? Life already gave a struggle. What we doing? We going to go bake this pound cake.
Mm-hmm. That's
we
cheap,
gonna eat
man.
biscuits.
That's
Transparency post. I never really talk about my personal life, but today I've decided to get all this extra stuff removed. I hate that I even played into that trend of wanting a butt, but I'm no longer on that.
You got fake hair, you got fake ass, you got fake everything on your body, but you want a real.
What I want them to know, no amount of plastic surgery is going to make you love yourself anymore. It's not going to make a man love you more. None of that. What I want them to know is that these people that you see with these, big asses, I had the hugest ass in life. And literally, I could not walk. I could not. But People magazine said I had one of the best bodies, ever. That almost cost me my life. Some shit that didn't matter. What I do want women to know is to watch this trend of these big asses go to now everybody want a natural body. Once you put some ass shots into you, you will never be able to get them out of you. That is absolutely permanent. You can take out a breast implant, you can take out things like that, but once you inject silicone shots into your body, that is motor oil that forever live in your body. You can cut it out to an extent as to what you need to be, but it will always be in your body. This is a permanent decision for a temporary fix that is not going to fix you if your soul is not right. I want women to know, do what you want to do to enhance, and men. Enhance, but that isn't going to enhance you getting into heaven, and that's not going to enhance you when you wake up and look in the mirror every day.
You have so much ass. Yeah, I gotta say, that was the most ass I ever seen. I'm taking some out. After the store, I don't want to hear nobody for 3 months. I'm going to Colombia. Nobody hit me up. Nobody nothing. I'm taking this ass out.
That once people are and become aware that something is fake, right? Once you realize that something is fake, especially if it looks fake, the mystery, the allure, the praise, the admiration that you're probably expecting from whoever the viewer is, that starts to dwindle and diminish. Because I think as humans, we all obviously like to look at things that look beautiful and things that look, things that are rare and that, maybe the average person doesn't have. We like beauty. But the flip side is that when the said beauty is exposed as being artificial in any way, shape, or form, it just doesn't hit the same. And an example would be, you know, like you might see someone and say, oh, wow, you have a nice smile. But when you find out that they have veneers, it just hits different. If you see someone and you say, oh, I love your hair is so beautiful, and you assume that it's their hair, but you find out that it's a lace front wig, it just doesn't hit the same. So something very similar happened with Black women, and again, women of a variety of races, but we're focusing now on Black women. This is what has happened, is that the nice bodies, the shapes, all those things, it's been years now that the public, the general public, we have learned that there is a thing called BBL, and if you see a woman with a very curvy body, it could be fake. There's a high chance that it may not be the body she was born with. And again, that loss of mystique and mystery has caused a lot of women not to want to continue to pursue surgery at the rate that they were, or get surgery, so still pursue surgery at the same rate, but ensure that is not obvious. So there are a couple of things happening. Women are not getting surgery at the same rate, as well as, to the degree that women are, they are ensuring that it's done in a way where it's not obvious. Because if it looks obvious, that has become a lower class look. It has become a look of desperation to some extent. It doesn't have the same allure and mystery that it used to have, because now everyone knows what said person did, which is lay down on a table to get the body. So the new epidemic, if you will, or the new era is silent. It is women, I don't even know if I want to say suffering in silence per se, but maybe feeling a sense of shame in silence, or a sense of embarrassment in silence. And again, this is not everyone. There are some women like Summer Walker, I believe Erica Banks, I haven't seen her in a while, maybe Cardi B, although Cardi B saying that, she's going to remove her BBL. There are some women who are still hanging on, right? They're like, nope, I love this body. But a lot of women are letting go and realizing that, this body didn't give me the outcomes, the lifestyle, the man, the friends, whatever, the career, whatever this woman was seeking with, getting with her enhancements. I think the realization is clear that the outcome didn't produce the fruits of what folks were thinking it would produce. And so in many ways, this was kind of like, the whole BBL era was kind of like a social experiment. It was like, okay, so many women rushed out and got their bodies done. And this started with really Kim K, once people realized that Kim K's butt was fake. But I'd say, a major surge was around the pandemic times. And, and what was learned was that I don't think anything was learned. I think what we know now is that the risks are likely not worth the benefits, right? Benefits being very superficial, but the risks being life-threatening. And, one of the things that I do is I pay attention to the conversations that Black women have, the things they say, the things that they say without actually saying. And, some of those things are disturbing. Some of those things go viral. Some of those things, people just kind of brush off and move in the other direction.
And somebody recently referred to you, Leela, as 90s fine on the red carpet. 90s fine. What does that mean to you?
90s fine. It's funny that they say that, because I think what it was.
Okay.
was we didn't have lace wigs.
Right.
We didn't have the lashes, the snuffleupagus lashes. We didn't have
snuffleupagus.
We didn't have that. We didn't have BBL, whatever that is. We didn't have none of that. So you had to work with what you had.
That's true.
And I think that's what made everybody unique and different, because it was what you had.
It was what you had. And I remember 90s Fine because it was like our own hair. You put in the rollers and rolled it up with a curling iron.
Yes.
It was just like, and I remember like a brown lip gloss.
Just a little bit of makeup, show the freckles, let it loose. But now, I mean, they putting a lot on. They got Instagram tutorials.
I know.
And like, I can't even do my own makeup right. And I'm like, but
everything's filtered now.
Filtered.
Kind of like, I think a lot of people look the same.
Everybody looks the same.
Yeah.
Everybody is a copy of somebody else. Well, we were all different, right?
Absolutely. And that's what we appreciate.
And this is really not about just celebrities. You know, again, I always say I use celebrities as a vehicle to have conversations about other things, because we all don't know the same people. And even if we did know the same people, I doubt if the people in our lives want us to talk about them here in my YouTube video. So I'm using celebrities, but you have to understand that what's happening now is bigger than what's happening with celebrities. This is the AI, era. The era of, is that real or is that fake? And it's like, although many of us embrace the artificial intelligence, so many of us are still seeking authenticity at the core, at the root. Authenticity is always going to win. And so women, by and large, are wanting to return to that authenticity. And what's her name? I always forget her name, but Black China was one of the women who kind of spearheaded this whole movement a few years ago. And now there's other women coming out saying, yep, I want to remove my BBL. I want to remove the filler and remove, all the things that I did. And I just want to be natural. It's so interesting, like this desire, this strong desire to be natural all of a sudden. When I just want to remind you that not too long ago, folks who were natural were getting teased. Like B. Simone, who got teased because she was too natural looking. She didn't have, they were calling her SpongeBob. So it's interesting. But I wanted to highlight, like I said, this is to me more of a silent era where this is not going to be loud. When women were getting their butts done before, it was loud. It was like, okay, I'm laying on the table, I'm going to the DR, I'm going to Miami, wherever I'm going, and I'm coming back at you, and I'm twerking in your face on Instagram, on TikTok, at the club. It was loud. The removal is quiet. People aren't really talking about it a whole lot, and when one or two people pop out here and there and say, I'm removing it, it stands out. But I suspect that there are some women, unfortunately, who can't afford to remove said BBL, but to the degree that women can afford it, the ones with means, that is what some of them are doing. And I knew we would get here. I didn't know we would get here so quickly. So, there's a lot of things and feelings that Black women have about their bodies. Some of those things and some of those feelings are concerning and disturbing. Summer Walker saying that she wants to get her ribs removed. K. Michelle saying that she does not want to work out. Now, to be fair, a lot of people don't necessarily want to work out, but they understand that they should, or they have to, or they need to, because it's not all about what you feel like doing. Sometimes you just have to do what's necessary for your health. So you have, again, Summer Walker, you have K. Michelle, you have, again, women removing their BBLs, and then you have Miss Leela Rashawn, who, you know, had some words to say about black women. And I don't know if anyone clocked it, but it was something I paid attention to. And actually, shout out to a friend of mine who sent me the clip. But I thought it was interesting how what Leela Rashawn said didn't really seem to get that much attention. And interestingly enough, Leela Rashawn herself was made fun of in the media some years ago for her looks. But, you know, and I don't know how natural she is, but, you know, she doesn't necessarily appear to have had a lot of work done. And so it's just so interesting to see, you know, this idea of the women who were natural, who were teased, and now all of these women who are racing and rushing to attain the natural look, the authentic look that they criticize other people for having before. So Leela Rashawn said what she said, and I thought it was well said, and I was happy she said it, especially again coming from her. She has endured a lot of public scrutiny about her own looks. So I think that's all I have for this particular video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I also want to say that I did a collaboration with Broken Traditions. We collabed several times before. My next video is also going to be about beauty and body standards, but I'm going to be featuring some clips from that video. I thought it was an amazing collab, as we always do. And so stay tuned for that. I've been meaning to put that out, but stay tuned for, again, some clips from the collaboration that I had. That collab is about beauty and body standards. So if you like this type of content, you will likely like that, and I hope to put that out soon. You guys already know at this point, you can probably do my closing for me. I have a book on Amazon about being an invisible black woman. I also have an Amazon storefront on Amazon, of course. So you can check out my store where I have products and items that I personally use and absolutely adore. If you would like to support this channel, please do become a Black and Invisible channel member. You will get exclusive content, exclusive videos just for members, as well as other perks and benefits. So you can go into the description box to click that link, and or there might be a join button that you see somewhere in the corner of your screen. I am a YouTube coach. So if you want to get started and grow your own YouTube channel, please do go to my website, check out my services and what I have to offer. I offer coaching and consulting, again, to those who want to get started and grow on YouTube and become monetized. I am on Instagram, so feel free to give me a follow over there. And I think that's it for now. My name is Naka, and I'm here to make the invisible visible about black women. I highlight the things that black women typically would not tell you. And as always, stay tuned for more videos.
That you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek? Or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That wasn't there. Go back. Hurt so bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone since you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name. I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same. Love it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away. You've been gone away. I forgot your middle name. I forgot your birthday. Your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Yeah. Since you've been gone away. Gone away.